Hello everyone. Today we will be seeing how we can clone a database from our production server to our test server using duplicate command in RMAN, and also how we can change the DB ID of the database. In duplicate command, there's no need of changing the DB ID. If you are restoring from the backup and just simply you are restoring from the backup, that time only it's necessary to change the DB ID, since the DB ID will be same as your production database. But I'll be covering this in this session itself. So in here, what we will be doing, this is my production database, which has the database name as test. Do not go by the name, because I made this database with the name test itself, but assume this one as a production database. And this is a cloned database server where we'll be giving the name of the database as clone.db. So what we'll be doing in here is we'll be first taking a p file copy and send it to our clone server. So let us proceed one by one. Let us first log into our production database. Set the environment file. Go to our and copy this to our clone database server. So we are done with the copying. Now let us log in to our clone database server. Let us edit this file. In here, we need to change the test to clone.db. So how we can change it? Colon %s slash forward slash test forward slash clone.db forward slash g. So this will be changing everything of with the name test to clone.db, and let us save it. Next thing what we need to check is whether we are able to ping to our production database or not. So this is taking time, it won't be pinging. So this has failed to resolve. How can we resolve this? Let us go to our VMware, or else I need to set the display and all. So this one I will be doing it from my VMware itself. Let me open a terminal from here. Set the environment and run net manager utility. In here, let us go to local, expand it, and go to service naming. Give the service naming as test. Next, next. Host name, let me copy the IP address and give it in here. Next, service name as test. Now if you test it, it will be testing with Scott, so it will be failing. I will change the login with infra user. and then test. So the connection test is successful. So let me finish it. So this is done. Save. Right now, let us go in here and again TNS ping. So this is currently pinging to my production database. Now what we need to do is, let us go in here and take a backup of our database. Here I have a script present, and run the script. So this is currently running. Let me tail the log. Meanwhile it runs, let us change one more thing we need to add in our init file, which is our directories are different in here. So we need to change the directories. db underscore file underscore name underscore convert. What will it do is that, see in here in our production database, this up to control or up to data, or for data files also opts data files, till they're same. Then the name changes to clone db. In here in our production it was test. So this we need to change. For this, for the data files, we need to give this parameter. Next is, same thing we need to do for our log files also. Review log files. So we are done with this. Let us check whether our backup is complete or not. So my backup is complete. Right now what you need to do is, since we cannot catalog our database, because cataloging the database needs, our database needs to be in mount mode, and we won't be able to keep it in mount mode because we do not have any control files. So we need to keep the backup files in the same location where it is currently in our production database. Or else we can do one thing, while going ahead with the duplicate target database command, there we can give the backup location. But in here we will be just keeping it in the same directory where the backup is present. So let us go to this directory and check whether we have any file or not. No, we do not have any file in here. I will just sftp to this host from my practice and go to this directory. Then put everything starting with al underscore, and also everything starting with df underscore. So once we are done with this, we also need to put our control file backup. Our control file backup is present here. So this is done. So we are done with our production box. Right now, let us log into our clone box. Here we already changed our init.ora parameter. Let us again check once. So here everything is done. Right now, what we need to do is, you need to make sure that the necessary directories have been created in here or not. Also, your Ora tab needs to be edited with the correct entry. So these have already been done in here. Now let us start up the database in no mount mode. Basically, we do not have any database right now. Will be the instance which will be started in no mount mode. So this is done. Now what we need to do is we need to log into RMAN. We have logged into RMAN and we need to connect our auxiliary instance. So you can see it connected to our auxiliary instance CloneDB, which is in not mounted mode. And we need to connect our target. So this has connected to our target database, which has DBID this. Let us check whether this is the DBID we are having in here or not. Wow. Select DBID from $3 database. And as you can see, this is the same DBID which got connected. Now we need to run our duplicate target database command. So what is the command? We need to open the run block, then allocate auxiliary channel C1, device type is disk, then allocate channel C2, device type is disk, then my command duplicate target database to CloneDB, then no file name check, then no redo. So what does this no file name check and no redo mean? The no file name check is an R1 option for the duplicate command. And when no file name check is used with the duplicate command, RMAN does not validate the file names for during restoration. So if you want, you can keep this. If you do not want, no need of keeping this. And no redo specifies that no archive redo log should be applied when recovering a consistent backup. So you do not want to apply archive redo logs to the consistent backup even though the archive redo log files are available. The source database, if it is running in no archive log mode at backup time and duplicate is connected to the target database, then at that time also no redo is required. And thus, if the source database is currently running in archive log mode, but the backup was taken when the database was in no archive log mode, at that time also no redo is required. I will go ahead with no redo because I do not want to apply archive redo logs to the consistent backup. So this has started. I'll pause the video until this gets completed. Why did my earlier command fail? If you see in here, the no file name check, that is, I have mentioned there is a typo in my no file name check. That's why the RMAN command failed. So I just copied it again, and right now you can see that my instance has been shut down. My auxiliary instance, means the CloneDB, has been shut down, and again it has been started, and right now it is reading from the backup piece, and the control file backup has been completed. Right now it will start. So you can see this, it is setting the new name since my data files were in opt data files test in the mount point names was test in my production database. In here it is CloneDB, so it is setting up the new name in here, and it is restoring the data files. So right now our duplicate database command has been completed successfully. So if you see from here what it did, after restoring, it changed the database files to CloneDB. It is setting the new name, and it created the control file. From the control file, it created the database clone db. Before that, it was creating the test database. From there, it changed the database to clone db. And catalog data file copy, they have cataloged it, and switch data file copy. So this is done. So we are done with our duplicate database command. Right now, let us log into the database and see whether everything is fine or not. I do face this sort of issues. So you can see my database has been started with the name clone.db. So this is right now, it's fine. Let us see the DB ID for this database. Currently the DB ID is this, which is different from our DB ID present in our primary. So as I told you, this session will also contain how to change your database ID. What you need to do is, first of all, you need to see whether you have your NID utility present or not. So I have my NID utility present. So what you need to do, it is very simple. You need to press you need to fire this command NID space target equals to / and press enter. So why did this fail? I missed, I was in a flow, that's why I missed. You should not do this in your production environments because the database should not be open. While changing your database, it should be in mount mode. Database ID, it should be in mount mode. Please be very much careful while you do this in your production environment and follow the steps properly. So let me check whether anything is. So everything is fine with this database. I need to shut it down first and start up mount it. Simple mistakes might harm your database and it might harm you too. So please be careful. Do not repeat the same thing which I did. So this is in mount mode right now. Right now, let me check the DB ID again. So this is the DB ID, and let me run the command now. So it is asking me, it is checking control files, how many control files are there, and right now it is asking, should means, are you sure that you need to change your DB ID? I will be given yes. And make sure that you have your database, a backup of your database before you change your DB ID, because not only for while changing DB ID, for any activities you are performing, you need to have a backup of your database, because if anything goes wrong, there should be a backup which can be restored and you can roll back also. So yes, I will change my DB ID. So you can see changing the database name from this to this. So this will be my database name, and it is modifying all my control file, my database files, temporary files, everything is been modified in here. And you can see database ID for clone.db changed to this ID. All previous backups and archive rulers for this database are unusable. So you cannot use it. Database is not aware of previous backups and archive review logs in recovery area. Database has been shut down. Open database with reset logs. So you need to open the database with reset logs. connected to an idle instance. I will start up mount the database. And then fire the command alter database open reset log. So my database is right now available. And let us check my DB select DB name, then open mode. So you can see this is the ID which is it took right now. So that's all about this session where we saw how to clone a database with a duplicate database command, duplicate target database command, and how we can change our database ID for our database. So if you like my session, please do like, share and subscribe, and also do comment if you need any other information or if you need anything else. Thanks a lot for watching the video. Take care.